What's up, ladies and gentlemen? I hope you guys are good. Welcome back to Elevation with Balisa. I just want to say thank you so much, guys. We've reached 20 followers on Instagram and we've got 14 subscribers on the YouTube channel. That is a big achievement from my side because honestly, it's better than zero. It's better than zero. I appreciate those that I've been able to resonate with. I appreciate those that have been supporting. I appreciate those that have been sharing. I really do appreciate your guys' support and love, and I just really hope that I am creating that safe space in which you can come, grow, heal, cry, laugh, you know what I'm saying, and just be the best version of yourself. So today, guys, we're going to be talking about attachment issues. Today we're going to be talking about attachment issues. I felt the need to actually talk about this because it's an ongoing thing that is happening amongst our generation, amongst our relationships. You understand? It's something that we face on a daily basis, you know. And I was just drawn to speak about attachment issues. So for those of you guys who don't know what attachment issues are, attachment issues, an attachment issue or attachment issues is basically a mental condition in which whoever carries this cannot maintain or carry relationships because it is a mental condition whereby someone feels entitled to someone's life. Someone feels entitled to be in someone's life. You understand? Whether that's by force, whether that's by their own mental conditioning that they are actually supposed to be in that person's life, or they're supposed to have control of that person's life and who they are. That is attachment issues, not being able to let go of something or let go of someone when the time has come. You know, you still want to latch on to that situation, latch on to that person because you're failing to let go. It's a mental condition that you struggle with letting things go when they're supposed to be let go of. So that is what attachment issues is. So there are two types of attachment issues styles. The first one is secure attachment style. The second one is insecure attachment style. So with secure attachment style, this one is where it's like, for example, when a child is constantly or consistently receiving positive experiences, love, care, attention, you know, from their spouses, from their family, you understand, then that then creates a picture in their mind because, oh, okay, at home, you know, this is the love that I receive, this is the care that I receive, this is the attention that I receive, so this is how it feels to be loved in a healthy way. That is secure attachment style, when a child is consistently being given that positive experience. So obviously the child will then, obviously when they cry, they know, okay, my mother or my father is going to be there to make me feel better. When they feel sad, they know that I've got a sister that I can be able to go and speak to, a brother that I can be able to go and speak to make me feel better. That is secure attachment style. They basically know that there is a safe, secure, solid support structure that is there, that'll be a support structure to lean on when they're going through something, when they're experiencing something. That is secure attachment style. And then insecure attachment style, it is when a child develops this inconsistent, unreliable, 50-50 love and care from their spouses or their family or their siblings. You understand? They don't get that constant love. They don't get that constant feedback. They don't get that constant reassurance that, look, we care about you. We love you. You mean so much to us. You're a miracle. You understand, in our lives. They don't get that consistent love. They always handle, or they always are being given inconsistency, unreliability, not being there at all, kind of love, kind of care, kind of attention. So that then creates a certain understanding of what love is, how it's supposed to be received. You understand? So it causes that mental conditioning that, okay, love is supposed to be inconsistent, love is supposed to be unreliable, love is supposed to be do something first, then you'll get something in return. So that is insecure attachment style that one can develop in their mind. You understand? They learn how to love inconsistently. They learn how to be unreliable. They learn how to be 50-50 when it comes to caring about someone, giving someone attention, and all of that. I'm going to talk about the signs in which you can evaluate and check of someone, or if you have attachment issues. So the first one is bullying or hurting other people. Guys, bullying comes in different forms. You know, bullying, we're used to it when you're watching a TV show, and it's like maybe a high school TV show or college TV show, and there's these bullies that are always stealing food from their victims, that are always taking money from their victims, that are always just being a problem in the victims' lives. Every time the victim comes across the bully, they already know that this one is just going to ruin my day. You understand? That is bullying. But bullying can come in different forms. Bullying can be always trying to gaslight someone and not trying to give them a voice or a platform to voice themselves, or always trying to criticize and judge someone negatively for every single thing that they do. You understand? You never have anything positive to say. You're just always thinking about something negative to criticize someone. That is bullying. Hurting other people can be maybe always triggering someone with something that you know will hurt them, you know, doing it on purpose. Maybe breaking someone's heart. If you're a constant heartbreaker, you're always hurting people, you know, you don't care how other people feel, you just do things without thinking about the consequences and how it's going to affect the next person. That is hurting someone. So this is the first sign that you can check if you or someone else has, which is a sign of actually having attachment issues, because I mean, bullies are attached to making other people feel miserable. So when someone is constantly trying to harm someone or constantly trying to put someone down, you know, they constantly trying to see the other person hurting, they constantly trying to see the other person not in a good space, that is bullying and hurting someone. You understand? And that just might be an attachment issue. Like Tolubuti, this person really just has attachment issues towards their victim. You know, it fills this void that's inside of them. Point number 2, extreme clinginess. Someone that's too clingy. You know, perfect example, let's say you're dating someone and this person always wants to be around you 24/7. They want to call you every 2 minutes. They want to check where you are all the time. And if you don't respond to their texts, then they get angry, or they come up with stories that, yeah, I think you're cheating on me. I think you don't love me anymore. You know, they constantly want reassurance. Like, that is someone who is clingy, and that just might be someone who's got attachment issues. Point number 3, obsessiveness. So obsessiveness and clinginess work hand in hand. When someone is always trying to be in your space, you know, that's someone that's obsessed with you. Someone that stalks you like crazy. You know, social media, they know it's okay, this person is going to post at this time. We know at this time this person is online. Someone that always knows where you go for shopping. Maybe they follow your favorite restaurant that you like going to. They know that you go there. They know that, okay, maybe at 6 o'clock, 6 p.m. on Tuesdays, you know, you hang out with your friends. The person knows that you do that, you know, or just being obsessive over someone's life and who they are. That is a form of attachment issue, attachment disorder. Another point, which is point 4, outbursts of anger. Someone that cannot control their anger. Someone that cannot control their anger outbursts. Like, they get triggered quickly, and then instead of actually just maybe walking away or controlling those emotions that trigger, they'd rather act on it. Someone that's constantly being triggered, and after being triggered, they have an outburst on you. Like, maybe someone that's constantly like shouting at you, or maybe they constantly throw things at you when they're angry, or constantly say bad things to you whenever they're angry. You understand? That might just be a sign of someone that's got an attachment disorder. And then another point is the need to always control. The need to always control, that just might be someone who's got attachment issues, because they are attached to the feeling of feeling like a boss in your life, a feeling of being able to say jump and then you say how high. You understand? They attach to that feeling of controlling you. So that just might be a sign of someone who has attachment issues or attachment disorder. Another point can be they usually lack forming bonds. You understand? So as I mentioned earlier, I gave you the 2 styles of attachment issues. There's the secure and the insecure. So if you grew up being taught secure attachment, then you're most likely to be able to maintain relationships, whether it's friendship relationships, whether it's romantic relationships, whether it's colleague relationships. But if you grew up in an environment whereby you were taught insecure attachment style, then it's difficult for you to be able to maintain relationships, because you don't know what healthy relationships are. You don't know how to receive and give care, and love. You understand? So it's a bit of a struggle for you. So you're most likely going to lack, forming bonds. So that's another point that you just need to look at. And then another one is impulsivity. When you're impulsive, like you don't think before you do something, you just do. You just do, you just do, you just do, you just do. That is another sign that you just might have attachment issues. And then another point is self-destructive behaviors. People who have attachment issues or an attachment disorder, they it's a mental condition that is off balance, right? So usually when you have a mental condition that is off balance, you're most likely to get yourself involved in self-destructive behaviors. You understand? Because already you're failing to know what is balance and what is not. So you're learning how to learn what balance is. So some of your behaviors are going to be like self-destructive, like self-sabotaging behaviors, for example, or maybe indulging in things way more than you should, especially addictions. You understand? So that just might be a sign that you're going through or you have attachment issues. And then another is withdrawal. So people that have attachment issues, as I said, they struggle to connect with other people, so they have like withdrawal behaviors that they indulge in or that they carry. So maybe someone can come to you and maybe try and get to know you and all of those things, and then after they get to know you, then decide to withdraw from that. So you'll start feeling the energy being pulled away from you, and now you're the one that needs to be chasing after them all the time. That's because they've got attachment issues. They don't know what is healthy and what is not. You understand, when it comes to connections. So they do have withdrawal symptoms. And then the last one is they constantly need reassurance. So obviously growing up by whoever raised them, they never really showed them the proper love, the proper attention, the proper care, the proper affection. So they don't know how to receive that. They don't know what that is. So they constantly need reassurance so that they can feel secure, because like literally every minute within that connection, they feel like maybe you're about to leave them, or you're going to abandon them, or maybe you'll just move on from them. It's like a constant fear of being left. You understand? It's a trigger. It's a trauma that they carry with them, people that have attachment disorder. So they constantly need you to reassure them, to tell them that, look, I love you, look, I care about you, look, you mean so much to me. You understand? So you need to be aware. Look at yourself, look at people around you. Try and pick up if they've got this disorder with them. Do they constantly need reassurance in whatever connection that you guys are in, whether it's platonic, whether it's romantic, whether it's business related? Just be aware of that. So the attachment issues usually develop from childhood. Guys, most of these things, we develop them from childhood. And if we didn't get the proper care, the proper love, the proper affection, the proper support, it creates certain disorders that we carry amongst ourselves and inside of us through adulthood. So it is important for us to speak about these things so that we can actually take the root out and check what the root of the problem is, so that we can become better people in life and in society, for our family, for our friends, for our future children. You understand my point? The whole point is to unlearn and relearn healthy ways in which we can be. You understand? So yeah, like childhood really does a number on us. And then, so I'll just mention like causes of attachment issues. The first one can be abuse, mental abuse, physical abuse, emotional abuse. So obviously this can be the environment in which you grew up in. You understand? How were you treated? Were you mentally abused? Were you physically abused? Were you emotionally abused? You understand? If you've experienced any form of abuse, then this causes attachment issues. If you find yourself with attachment issues, it can stem from the abuse that you experienced at home or where you grew up. Point number 2, parents with poor parenting skills. If maybe you grew up with parents that didn't know anything about parenting, they thought they knew, but they didn't. You understand? They mistreated you. You understand? Sometimes maybe they pretended like you don't even exist, or maybe you were more of a commodity to them than a child that they need to grow and groom into being and amazing adults, you understand. Maybe they just never cared about you or loved you, you understand. Maybe you were the black sheep of the family and you got mistreated. So if your parents had pure parenting skills, then you're most likely to develop attachment disorders. Point number 3, parental anger outbursts. Maybe your parent is the type, you try and raise something. Maybe if you've got a problem, you try and voice it out, but your parent doesn't want to understand where you're coming from. Instead, they'll just have an anger outburst at you, understand. Or every time they want to deliver a message about you, they don't deliver it in a proper manner. They deliver it with aggression, with anger. They just never knew how to speak to you, you understand. So that can be a cause of attachment issues. And then another one can be parental neglect. If you were neglected by your parents at a young age, then it can definitely cause attachment issues. Another one can be parents with mental health disorders. Parents that never dealt with their mental health disorders, such as anxiety, depression, trauma, you understand. Any mental health disorder that your parent might have had, maybe they never dealt with it, so what they decided to do is to take everything out on you, you understand. That can cause mental health disorders, or not mental health, attachment issues and attachment disorders. And then another can be parents who excessively use drugs or alcohol. So if you grew up in an environment whereby your parents were really, people that used to drink a lot, or people that used to smoke a lot, or people that used to take drugs a lot, or people that used to take drugs a lot. There's different types of drugs and alcohol that you can think of. So if your parents or if your family members that raised you, or whoever, your guardians that raised you, were excessively using drugs or alcohol, then it definitely had an impact on how they treated you, you understand. So obviously how they treated you ended up molding and growing and developing into how you see connections being formed. So then you end up maybe having attachment disorders, you understand. So we really just need to be aware of these kind of things, so that we can be better people, guys. We have to be better people, so that we can actually heal from these things and unlearn these toxic things, because they do have an effect on us, you understand, and how we behave as individuals. So if you find yourself with attachment issues, try and get some help, guys. There's different forms of help these days. Talk to a therapist, talk to a psychologist. If you feel strong enough to heal yourself, because some people can heal themselves, do some research on Google and then find ways in which you can actually tackle attachment issues, you understand. So talk to a therapist, talk to a psychologist, do some research on Google, journal as well. Journaling helps a lot, guys. It's like a self therapeutical method that you can use to heal some of the shadow side of yourself, you understand, because now you're digging deep into the issue that you have or that someone carries, you understand. So journal. Don't be afraid to look at your dark side, you understand. So that's what I wanted to share with you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the rest of the day. Please continue to subscribe, please continue to share, and please like as well. Cheers, guys.